Hey everybody, this is Bacon Bits coming at you with my first ever Rust tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make an unraidable base at Civ Mountain. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is find this location. It's between that metal shed and then this other concrete shed. We're going to be building around this one right here. Very first step is to put down this wooden foundation exactly as I have it. So that means this little piece of weed right here is kind of cut in half. And this one is just barely touching the edge and going straight over and not hitting that at all. And then once you have this block built down, you go ahead and take the rest of your foundations. Actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and tell you what you're going to need to do this. That's what's really good about this base. It requires very little materials. You need 9 wood ceilings, 20 pillars, 12 foundations, 15 walls, a door and a doorway, a storage box, and a bed. That's really only the difficult thing that you have to get in order to make this. Alright, so let's just go ahead and encircle this building with these foundations. And then you want to make sure, don't make this mistake, because then it really sucks. Put your sleeping bag down here as you're building. To build this, it helps if you can find a server that has a remove tool, but that doesn't always happen. And there we go. Go ahead and place your pillars around. And before I forget, what's a lot different about this base than other bases where you build around buildings, the spawning box doesn't actually get blocked by anything you make. So an admin shouldn't have a problem with you building this unless he's the tool. And when you build, every time you build, this is probably going to be a little bit different. Just make sure there's enough room for you to walk around the edges of this, because you're not going to be able to really walk on top, I don't believe. Go ahead and put in the door before I forget. Obviously when you build this, don't use a wooden door. That's just all I had to make at the moment. And let's go ahead and put a roof over our heads. The main thing while you're building this and trying to make the base is, let's see, you want to make sure that you can just barely see through these windows, because otherwise you're not going to be able to really get down. And see, like over here you can kind of see through on that side, but you can't reach anything. Just make sure that these windows right here, you can see down into that little space. One thing to keep in mind when you make this, it's unraidable, but it's not ungriefable. So technically where that little square is down there, someone could put another foundation, but actually you can walk around inside there, and I'm sure an admin would fix that for you. Alright, so now that that's done and we're safe inside, we need to put a crate right here, and we need a bed upstairs. Now obviously when you do this, go ahead and throw in some walls and some doors inside to make it harder to raid. I'm just doing a very bare bones version. So I'll throw all my junk inside. And then use your console command, hit F1, and then type in suicide, and that will kill you. And then sometimes it'll spawn you on your bed. Don't worry, all you have to do is just suicide once again. And the reason you need to do a bed is you can't have two sleeping bags next to each other, because it'll make you wait 4 minutes. Sometimes getting into this is tricky. Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. I was trying way too hard to do that. And so we have all of our stuff back down here. If you have more wood, or when you come down here, you want to try to get storage boxes up on top of these foundations, which I'll show you. That's another thing this base addresses that other bases don't, is if you put a storage box on something that's not a foundation, it will actually go away within a matter of just a few hours. So I'll just show you an example of how you would get stuff up here. Really, it's nice to build a little ladder there, like with a crate, and then you can look up for real. But like, just imagine this is a crate. I'm gonna have to actually get a crate out, which I don't have. Here we go. So, oh hey, someone's coming to say hi. There we go. See, so you can just put crates up there. Obviously you do it a lot less sloppy than I did right there. And so you could put over here, you put your furnaces, and you can put a couple storage boxes. Over here you can put some large wood storage. Sometimes they'll go through that roof that's above me, and they can get through it through the top. To avoid that, just push your first foundation you made a little bit forward. It'll make it just a little bit lower. So yeah, that's how you make an unraidable partial base. This is where on my other server I actually keep all of my like Kevlar, my M4s, and my C4s down here because people can't get to it. And the rest of the base I keep some normal stuff. So it works out really great. It's a small living space, but it's good for like a spawn room and all of your great stuff. So if you get raided, you don't have to restart on a server entirely. Or if you're by yourself, you can live really frugally down here. Just have a few things. And so just to show you that you can spawn back up in the house, I'll go ahead and suicide again. And I'm back in the base. I didn't have to wait 4 minutes or anything, and that actually helps a lot. For some reason I think the server had it set to where, I don't know, but let's go say hi to our friend. Hey bud. Oh, it's Chris! Dude, I made my YouTube video now.